Hey everybody! I'm gonna wait for a couple people to pop on, but then got my notes and we are ready to roll. And I'm gonna walk you guys through some Instagram that I've been doing the last couple of weeks and really have started to see a lot more engagement on there. But it started with me engaging and there's Belle's butt. Don't you love it? She's showing her good side. Oh gosh. She's being a stage 4 clinger right now. Good morning everybody. Hi. Hey Erica. Hey Michelle. And we need to pray for Belle because homegirl, I had to feed her extra food than a normal daily serving would be. So she would be eating during her whatever she was dealing with. And now I'm having to like back it off. And I feel like she thinks I'm starving her half the time. Anyway, hi Mandy. Hey Jennifer. All right. So here's the thing for Instagram. Hi Amanda. Here's the thing I want to say. She needs to go on a diet. She has already gained weight in the last week or two. Guys, this girl, she's got some hips on her now. So I'm like, oh gosh, Belle, we can't get any chunkier. We gotta slim down. So anyway, okay, so here's the thing on Instagram is, first and foremost, if someone's newer, hips don't lie, stop. Good thing she has no comprehension of what this is. But seriously, I think she thinks I'm starving her. And it's hard for me too. I just want to be like, oh, here's more. Yeah, she's storing up. So I'm going to try and focus. So Instagram. So we have people that are newer getting started. They're working on their pearls on Facebook. I would not change their focus. So that this is not necessarily the right time for everybody to start looking at Instagram. It's for those that have a very good flow on Facebook, or those that already have a good presence on Instagram. And so you have probably been wondering how to incorporate it alongside your Facebook. This is what that's for. This is not going to be for everybody at the exact same time. And some people may never transition into Instagram. Some people are a little slower technology-wise and picking things up. So they're just trying to figure out Facebook. So trying to figure out Instagram all of a sudden would like totally throw them for a loop. We don't want to do that to people. Okay, so pick and choose wisely. Know your people on your team before you just tag them to watch this. Okay, so here we go. Here's the thing on Instagram. We have a couple trainings on new social daily tips on it, so I'm not going to go into the things that it does that Susan Lowry covers on there about how to use your profile, how to use the stories, things like that. Oh, I'm not hating Ginger. We love everybody. Mandy, I think you'll learn to like Instagram because there's some really cool things with Instagram. So here's actually what I do is I incorporate Instagram into part of my daily pearls. So those that I send my daily pearls to, they know this. They see that, especially on the PEA part, because I'm really, the first part of Instagram, unless you've already built a following, most of us have not. So the beginning stages of this is simply looking to build a following and create a brand that people get attracted to. This is exactly what I did on Facebook first, before the selling and the recruiting came into play. Okay, so that's why when I do my pearls, Instagram is included in the PEA. So posting, engaging, and adding. Okay, there's not really referrals or retail or recruiting going on right now, and obviously there's no training. I need to start doing a couple of lives. So, and that's what I'm going to go over, Amanda. I'm going to go over what I do, PEA, of the pearls on Instagram, okay? But again, it does not take away from the Facebook. First and foremost, that is where the business is rolling right now. So do not take that and substitute Instagram for it. That's the biggest thing I have to say is you take care of Facebook first, because Facebook is where the money is flowing, okay? Do that, and then you add an Instagram if you're ready, okay? So, on a daily basis, I try to do one post every other day. Right now, I'm working into getting it where it's once a day. You can research, and they say when you're first creating a following, look to do at least one a day. So I'm working into getting one post a day, but I use my story, which is kind of like the Snapchat for Instagram, and you have it on Facebook also now. But that's like little snapshots throughout the day. I do 5 to 7 on there a day. Like there's always a picture of me working out. There's a motivational quote. There may be a picture of Belle, sunset, different things. Okay. So I use the story and I count that as part of my posting on Instagram for the day. Okay. But again, if you're popping on, make sure you catch the beginning, because this is not for everybody right now. Focus on Facebook first. Instagram is a second tier to the business right now. Okay. So posting, I would say I shoot for 4 to 5. I use that same number on Instagram because I count the story as posting. Okay. And again, the stories last for 24 hours and then they disappear. Okay. On the engaging side of things, I made a post. Stacy, I started that way too. I'm just now starting to get comments. Again, it's engagement. So the same things we preach on Facebook are the same thing on Instagram. Engagement is where the comments come from. Okay. So in pearls, the E is engagement, right? So engagement for Instagram. Kirsten Newman sent me something that said 150 likes, you going and liking 150 different pictures, and it's really fast. And then commenting on at least 25, okay? That's what I strive for every single day, okay? And here's how I do it, is I find a couple of Instagram hashtags, and I'll show you where I go, but you can see an Instagram hashtag on a picture. It could be one that you use a lot, but it's something that relates to your brand, your network, okay? So if you're not into fashion, don't go follow a fashion hashtag, because you will have no connection to the network that goes through that. I would totally make your account public, Taylor, because it's the same thing on Facebook. If you're private, nobody knows who you are. So if you follow them, they're like, who is this person? I don't know who they are. So the odds of them following you back is slim. So everything public. But a hashtag, so I'm into fitness, obviously. So I follow a lot of different fitness community kind of hashtags. And so what I do is you open up Instagram, and let me see if I can change the lighting, because that's really bright. Okay. That lighting's better. Okay, so I go to Instagram, and you see the magnifying glass. Okay. Then you go to the search bar up here, and you have top people, tags, places. I go to tags. This goes to the hashtags you use and ones that you follow. So I just click on one, like Lululemon's right there. So I click on Lululemon. It's going to pull up the top post for Lulu, or I could click on the most recent post that Lululemon has been tagged in. Okay? And then literally you click on one and you like it. And then you can just keep scrolling. And there you go again. And you see how you could just keep scrolling and there's more and more and more. I wouldn't just like, but read them, see what the post is like. If it's someone that's getting a bunch of likes or comments, I would totally integrate yourself and I would engage on that one as well. But that's how you can get those 150 likes really fast is I do anywhere from 3 to 6 hashtags a day. So I'll like, example, that Lululemon, I'd go like 25 pictures and comment at least 5 times on a Lululemon tagged picture, okay? Then I will switch hashtags, go get a different one and do 25 more likes and 5 comments. And I'll do that until I'm up to 150 total likes and 25 comments, okay? And a comment, it's the same concept as Facebook, okay? A comment is not, oh, I love it, or fun, or cool. It's, oh, what brand is that? How did you get that? Or if it's like it's a cool, like since it's fitness stuff, a lot of the time people are posting like their fruit bowls or different recipes or whatever the meal prep that they did was. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. What's the recipe? Make them engage back. Okay. And follow them if you want to. So that's how I do the engagement piece. Okay. Again, I'm going to repeat it again because we keep having people pop on, which is awesome. This is not for everybody yet. Okay. Stick with Facebook if you feel comfortable with it. You do not have to feel obligated to add an Instagram. Okay. Want that to be just reiterated over and over again. And then the A for adding. This is where things get a little different on Instagram because it could take you forever to add followers organically. Because you could follow somebody and they don't necessarily have to follow you back, right? And you don't want to be following a whole lot more people than follow you. Like, you don't want to have 500 people following you, but you're following 3,000 people. I won't follow people that have numbers that out of whack. You want it at least balanced. If not, preferably you want to have more people following you than you are following people. Because that makes you look desirable, right? So you want to watch that number, and people that are applying this stuff after this training should already know this. But if you're on Instagram and you go to your profile, so you click the bottom right corner, that's your profile, you'll see your follower number and how many you are following. So you'll be able to watch that number, okay? And currently I have 25, almost 2,600 followers, and I'm following 3,000. So it's borderline, but I'm going to tell you why that number is the way it is. And in just the last couple of months, I've doubled the number of people following me, okay? And this is how I've done it. There are 2 apps, okay, called Captivate, and the second one is called Cleaner. So, let me do a cleaner picture. So, Captivate and Cleaner, okay? You're going to want to download those. Captivate for Instagram. And this is something I've not trained on before, but you have to be very specific how you use this. Don't abuse it. So, this is people you follow. This is similar things that they follow, so it's giving suggestions, okay? So, what I do is I click on search, and what this app does is it allows you to follow a large number of people in a very small amount of time. So you don't have to go organically find them and click follow, okay? This is basically sending the friend request out to a whole bunch of people at once. So like I have a fashion blogger I follow because she's my age, so I'm going to go to her. So you go to search, and you can YouTube different tutorials on this. This is what I did, is I YouTubed, okay? and I click on her because her followers are similar to my age and kind of the same vibe. And so this is one of her latest pictures, and it was 15 hours ago, so it's recent. So these are people that have liked and commented on this picture. That's a lot, right? That's pretty cool. Goals, right? So what I do is I click on the likes, and it's going to auto-populate a big group of those likes. Okay? And it takes a second because there's a bunch. But you want to go to people or hashtags that you relate to because their audience is similar to the audience you are seeking, right? So, you're not going to necessarily go to the same people Rebecca's going to go to because we all have different audiences and networks that we relate to. So this has populated and loaded 561 of the people that liked her post, okay? So all of those. Yeah, there's leads. So anyway, you see all of those. So what I do is you click quick select, select all, and it selected all of them. Now, once it has done that, I scroll all the way to the bottom of the 561, and then I scroll back through. Any of them that does not have a person as the picture, or it is a guy, or it just is a sketchy looking picture, I unmark all of those, okay? So I would go through, unmark all of these, right? And yeah, that takes a few minutes, but you're not going to follow a jewelry store, okay? Because that's not really who you're after, okay? Now, once you've done all of that, just pretend I've finished doing all of that. You go to actions. You click action. And you're going to click follow. Okay? You're going to click follow. And are you sure you want to follow 549 selected users? You can click start now. However, it's only going to do 50 of them. Okay? Again, don't hop off yet because there is just wait, there's more to come on this. You could click start now, but just like, you'll see it, just like on Facebook, Instagram has limits of how quick you can do things. So it maxes out at 50 immediately, okay? Now what you do is you can add the remaining actions. So it only added 50 of those 549. So there's 500 more to add. What you do is you click add to the cloud queue. And since you guys don't have this app, you do have to pay for the cloud, but it is worth it. It's like $5 or $10. It's not that much. It's a one-time thing. So you add them to the cloud queue and it's added. So now I'll show you where it sent them. Okay. So now you go to settings. Okay. Cloud action. Pending queue. There is everybody else. And what it's doing is you're going to want to set your settings for this and just come back to this so you'll be able to see. But maximum batch actions is set to 50 because that's the highest it'll be. Again, this is some of the stuff I had to YouTube. But hide users you're already following, hide users that follow you, hide private profiles, hide users that follow you. So anyway, come back through when you have the app and have it all set like that. Where's the one I'm looking for? Okay. Nope, never mind. Okay, so it's going to automatically, the rest of these that are in the pending queue, what it's going to do is it's automatically adding one of them in the cloud. You could leave this app now and you can go about your way texting, doing whatever you're going to do on your phone, or just leave it. And every 90 seconds, it's adding another one of those from that pending group, okay? And after they're all done, it's going to send you, the cloud has now, it has a wording. it's now done all of it or whatever. Okay. So it'll let you know when these are all done. Okay. So that's how you can add en masse. Isn't that pretty cool? That's pretty awesome. Now, you don't want to go just add like 2,000 people randomly, because that's going to get this number way out of whack, because it's only you following. They're not necessarily following you back yet. Okay. So what you want to do is now you're going to go to Cleaner. Cleaner for Instagram is app number 2, and it works the exact same way. This is all of the accounts you are following. Okay. And it's going to add them back up. It's going to bring them through. So that's going to take a second. But what you want to do is you want to use Cleaner to then remove a massive group that you are following but may not be following you, right? So then you keep that number in balance. So like I just added 550 people. What I'm going to go do is on Cleaner, I'm going to go get 550 to unfollow. So it's almost like I'm switching them out, right? You see how that balance is going to work? And again, you can put this in the cloud, so it's going to do it in the background at the exact same time it's adding people in the other app. Pretty cool, huh? So those two things are going to help because those two apps, Instagram, most of your followers are going to come from you started following them, okay? And so it's going to reciprocate. Now, once your profile really starts to get active and people are coming through it and flowing through it, it's just the algorithm thing, but Instagram is going to make your profile more seen. And so some of this will start to become organic, but this is kind of the jump start to it, okay? So let me show you some Captivate stuff. And again, you can YouTube. But this yellow thing means I follow them, but they do not follow me back, okay? So Casey Peeler doesn't follow me back. What the heck, Casey? Just kidding. I love you. Oklahoma City Thunder. Seriously? Anyway, so there's all these people. They do not follow me, but these are people I'm following, okay? So what you could do is you could go and you could just start selecting people. If you don't know who they are and they're not following you, just start selecting them. They're not going to notice if you unfollow them, okay? And they have not decided to follow you, so it's not like you're really losing anything, right? Because they're not seeing you anyway. So anyway, like I just selected 36, okay? I would not quick select on this because that would take all of your all of them away. So you're going to want to select and then actions, unfollow. And since it's under 50, it's going to do them all at the same time. Okay. So it did those all at the same time. But if I selected hundreds, I again could go to add them to the cloud, and then they're going to be pending in the cloud, and it's going to do them every 90 seconds. Okay. And what you want to do is there's some settings on here you want to do also. So filters, filter your following list, filter the followers list. And what you can do is go back to following, quick select, advanced quick select, select non-followers, which would be all of these, so I wouldn't do that. But select ghost followers. Select inactive users, so people that haven't been on Instagram, like they have not logged into Instagram in 60 days. Instagram knows this, and it can, I mean, if they haven't been on 60 days, then they're not really someone who's active on social anyway. Select users without a profile. So like if I click the inactive users, let's see if it pulls any of my followers through. But it will find them, and then I can choose to unfollow those people because I don't need to follow inactive people. So different things you can go about on Cleaner as well to clean that number out at the same time you're adding people in the Captivate app. So really cool stuff, huh? So that's something I would recommend if you're really looking to get into Instagram. Now, a couple other things that I just started to do actually today, because I am starting to get these followers And I've had some of them that have messaged me saying, thanks for the ad. I'm excited to follow your page. So I liked that message. It was really simple. It didn't come across as salesy or anything like that. So I would recommend sending a quick message like that to people that follow you on Instagram. Hey girl, I saw, I'll just tell you what I sent. Because I have it saved as a note on my phone, because that's where I put everything. It said, thanks for the follow, girl. I'm excited to follow your page. Like, that's literally all I said. And then I sent it to, like, I woke up this morning and I had 17 new followers. It's not astronomical, but I didn't have 17 people choose to follow me in a couple months ago. Now I had that just overnight. And I did the Captivate 2 days ago. So usually you'll see the followers come in when you've done Captivate. For the next 2 to 3 days, the followers come in because they got to notice you followed them. And some of the people, you're not going to end up wanting to follow back. You don't need to follow everybody back. I don't. It's not a 1-for-1. But send them that message. And so then you've now engaged with them right away. Okay. I haven't started doing a ton of recruiting, but I have a recruiting message ready to start doing it. And I'm feeling like I'm close to being ready for that on Instagram. And it's just going to be simply, hey girl, I've loved watching your page. I see you're very active. Have you ever thought of or been interested in earning some money on social media? Or are you open to a business opportunity? So really basic stuff, but that's for another thing. One last thing I will share on Instagram is you have highlight stories. So if you are on your profile, ooh, that lighting. If you go to your profile, you see you have this option to add permanent stories. So like your travels, you can add some of the product stuff here, and they stay permanently there. I would look into that as well. That's kind of like the featured pictures on Facebook. Those stay there, and those are like highlights. So I have them, I'm slowly integrating them, but you can also YouTube how to do those if you don't know already. But those are super cool that people really, really love and they interact with. And the best person at them is Emma Carpenter. So I would go follow hers and see what I'm talking about. But like I have one, I'm going to have one for each of the success trips. So like I have an Iceland one, and it's basically like my picture album for all of my Iceland pictures. See? So it's all my Iceland pictures, and I put captions on a bunch of them and tagged people, and it's like the photo album of Iceland. And I talk about on some of them about how it was a trip from the company that I earned and things like that, and I was there with my team and all that stuff. So use those highlights as well to give people those quote-unquote picture albums to go look at. So it doesn't have to just be trips. You can have one that has a couple of the top products on there. You could have the toothpaste, the tanner, the body butter in there. So like it could say my favorite products or top sellers or something like that. You could have one that's basically a picture album of your story in the business, things like that. So you can integrate some of those, some of the business related things in at the same time with the lifestyle ones of the trips or what have you. If you're a parent, you could have a photo album with some pictures with your kids and things like that. So lots of fun things you can do with that. So anyway, that's my Instagram tips. Hopefully that helps. Oh, there's one other thing, hashtags, because hashtags are really, really important. So, and people are always going, how do I find the right hashtags? Well, there's another way to do that too. Because when you make a post on Instagram, the max hashtags you can use is up to 30. I've seen different things of what the ideal number is. I've heard the ideal number is like 11 to 17 hashtags on a post, but you can use up to 30. And you don't want to use the ones that have like millions of uses. And when you go to do a hashtag, you guys know, it shows how many times it's been used before. And like, I mean, I love the one Boss Babe, but that one has been used millions of times. So you get lost in the shuffle. So it's not going to make you unique. So you could use Boss Babe quotes. I've started to use hashtag Boss Babe travels because that's only been used a couple hundred times. Not even 100,000, like a couple hundred. That's it. So you get more specific on that type of hashtag. But here's how you can find related hashtags. I have to find what the exact link is. Okay, so the website you go to is displaypurposes.com. Okay? Displaypurposes, plural.com. And when you go there, you can click and you can put in, like, let me put in hashtag fitness. Okay? And it's going to come up. I moved the lighting again, sorry. So I put in hashtag fitness and it auto-populated a whole bunch of related type of hashtags that go with hashtag fitness. So like hashtag abs, hashtag muscle, hashtag InstaFit, hashtag fitness model, hashtag gym life. And so you can start to find related ones and see if those have fewer uses. And you're really looking for ones that have ideally 250,000 uses or less, ideally 100,000 or less. Okay. So that can start to show you. And what I do is I just copy those into a note on my phone and then I save it for later. So next time I do a fitness post, I can go and I can use several of those hashtags right away and I don't have to come up with them. So you save yourself. If there's specific themes or your brand that you know, you can already go ahead and search them and save them on a note and you have them ready. So it could be fitness, it could still be Boss Babe, it could be online marketing and you could find related, it could be mom life, it could be dog mom life, all different things, and you can find the related hashtags. And that website again is displaypurposes.com. Oh, Tag-O-Matic for saving hashtags. That's brilliant, Spicy. Thank you. I'm going to have to go find that app now. Tag-O-Matic. Love that. Okay. I think that's all. So that was a bunch, but for those that are ready to start looking into Instagram, this is what this video was meant to do. Again, it's not for everybody at the same time. So be cautious about who on your team is ready, who may not be. Keep them focused on pearls on Facebook. If they're ready, maybe they start to integrate into Instagram. So anyway, hope it helps. You guys have an awesome day. Bye.